name is Margaret Ann Windsor, and I was kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 41, brought to Moulton, Alabama, Lawrence County, given the name of a twin. Both twins, Peggy and Carl, were born out of wedlock, and they were killed by their mother, Lina. And there's a reason for me showing you this. I've put all this on YouTube prior for over a year now, and on Facebook. But I've been telling about this because it involves me writing a medical malpractice book, MD License to Kill, 76 till April School Day of 80, when they put antifreeze in me, and I should have died. But I wanted to get this in about my kidnapping, because this has a lot to do with my writing about the mind control murders, and they've continued to be done in patterns, some of them, the agency doing it. And this is nearby where I live. There's a whole list of them. They're not just the 33 shootings at Virginia Tech, Montgomery County. There's a point to that, too, Montgomery County. But the 33 that were shot there and killed on April the 16th of 07. And then this is a psychiatrist that did the Fort Hood shootings, and he's in prison. He finished school at Virginia Tech, Blacksburg, went on for medical school somewhere else, but he was born right here in Roanoke, Vinton, Virginia, right near Virginia Tech, where he went to school. So that was a mind control murder. There's a list of them they don't tell about. Now then, this is James Holmes, the Aurora, Colorado, so you get the gist of it. But these mind control murders started back that I was aware of in early 70 or before. I just didn't know the mechanism used. And this, I'm going to get this one in. There's a whole list of them. When I was out at Mr. Flynt's, by the way, he was shot. The person programmed to shoot him when I was doing the book in Marietta. He was brought to Lawrenceville, Georgia, about 45 miles away, and his attorney was shot and killed, and Mr. Flynt was shot and paralyzed, and I was flown out there during the campaign to replace the doctor congressman I'd written about in the book, Larry McDonald. He was a doctor at Piedmont Hospital, and I had written about Warren and Rosina Matthews, who were forensic pathologists in his hospital, who were gunned down and killed, and it goes on. There's lists, but anyway, Mr. Flynt flew me out there and helped me in the campaign and said I knew who was responsible for his shooting, but it's programming and mind control. And this is Gabby Gifford, and remember I said they were done in patterns, and it's been ongoing by this agency that's done it. This is Mark Kelly. He's a twin to Scott Kelly, both astronauts. Mark Kelly was married to Gabby Gifford, the congresswoman, and this is the Tucson, Arizona mass killings. There's all kinds of, if you look back in this and knew the database on it, mind control was well in place then. This is my sons, Mark and Scott, heir to the crown after me. My father's Edward VIII. And that whole thing was a lie. I put this on about him marrying Wallace Simpson. He married my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe. That's my Aunt Georgia. She's an American spy, Wallace Simpson. Never married my father. It was a takedown 99-year seal on my birth and kidnapping. My Uncle George helped. The Illuminati, the Jews, and remember the Jews got it was the illegal treaties after my kidnapping. You can look it up. Roosevelt helped, and he appointed Joe Kennedy ambassador, and JFK and his older brother. I wonder who really flew me in, how I crossed over the pond and got to Moulton, Alabama in a pigsty. This is the woman, Lina Dempsey. Montgomery, Alabama is where the state capital, where the birth certificates are housed. This is, I'm just going to show her name, Lina. She killed both twins, and I was given the name when I was put there and grew up And I still have to use it, Peggy Ann Dempsey, and I married Childers. Now, then, the point I want to make here, every civil right, I don't know what civil rights are. This woman's living in my home. And all these people have committed crimes that are just, like the FBI said to me, we're stacking them. And that's what they've done. I want to get to the shooting of Governor George C. Wallace of Alabama when he ran for the presidency May the 16th of 72. And by the way, the 16th is used in so much of this. Both of his legs were paralyzed, just like Larry FLYNT when he was shot. And it goes on telling, but this was what I wanted to make out was this woman, Lina Dempsey, who I was taken there, and she's mother of the twins and killed them. She'd face the gas chamber in Alabama if all this had been told. She's the one I had to call mother. She tried to kill me over and over herself so that it wouldn't be told. But anyway, this is Laurel Wood Apartments where this happened. I was living when I did the book, got the letter from the FBI June the 23rd of 79, and had the antifreeze put in me and everything taken, my apartment illegally at Laurelwood. The FBI manager there, the woman, said that her brother, I believe it was her uncle, was in charge of the Patty Hearst. So you get into mind control connections, but also the Hearst helped in my kidnapping. So I was in a mess there, but anyway, the connection is Laurelwood Apartments also, in the Laurel, Maryland, where George Wallace was shot. Lina Dempsey, the mother of the twins that she killed them, and the person I had to call mother growing up, and help, she tried to help kill me, was with Governor Wallace. He was running for president in Laurel, Maryland, when he was shot. And Arthur BREMER, Herman BREMER, was the man that shot him. He was programmed to shoot him. Now I want to drop down here to CIA Director Colby when he was killed. He was telling about mind control and Americans being used as guinea pigs. Of course, I'm British, so I don't count, I guess. But anyway, I know where I was and who was with me when he was died up there, supposedly in a boating canoe overturned. But he's connected with the Clinton, and I put on some stuff there about Clinton. Also back to Clinton, there's Vince Foster. You can go on and on. Mary Mahoney White, house intern that was shot in a Starbucks along with some others. You can go on and get the list. There was Lee, okay, well, I'm going to stop there. You can look it up. I just wanted to say this, that Jack Hartsfield was a reporter, and he put down here where J. Edgar Hoover's FBI Division 5, a super-secret police agency, had operated in Huntsville, where they took me to Moulton, Alabama, about 40 miles in NASA, and starts in the early 50s. But it was there, the police agency, FBI Division 5 in 1940, when I was kidnapped, is so sensitive that it doesn't exist. So, and he tells about if it was all told, that it would rock the foundation of, so he talks about MK Ultra, mind control, so people can Google it. But he also wanted to mention this because Dempsey, and they tried to use the mental health system to kill me. And when they locked you up medically, or was that psychologically, for your own protection, there was little doubt in my mind that someone was dropping the hammer on you for saying too much or maybe learning too much. So Jack was told, and he's an FBI agent and reporter, the Huntsville Times, Mexican News, New Mexican News, and nobody wanted to hear any of what he had to say either. And we've had lists of mind control murders. How would you like to be one of them and locked up in a mental hospital and being fed psychotic drugs? And where are all the psychiatrists in this? This man was a psychiatrist. I don't hear a word out of them. But I would like to say on behalf of George Wallace, he wasn't a friend of Lina Dempsey's. She was there during the campaign. The connection is me